to an all-new lay at Omni. Allow me to lay it on you. Alright, I know what you guys are here for. But not yet, okay? We'll get into that in a moment, I promise. First and foremost, we have some weeb information to get off our chest, mainly when it comes to one of the most highly acclaimed animes of the season, One Punch Man. As you may all know, One Punch Man, one of the most epic anime of all time, is 2 episodes into the 2nd season. It's the story about a guy who trained to be the strongest person in the world, succeeded, and now he beats everything with one punch. Yeah, I know, this sounds very familiar. It's pretty much just the story of me. The quality drop in the anime is very noticeable, but not too many people mind. Just comparing the opening of the two is enough to say it all. In this case, the opening of an anime gives us a good idea of the animation's capabilities of the studio and directors working on it. You'll always find that the opening of an anime is much higher quality than the anime itself. Why is that? Because the opening is exactly that, the showcase to the anime. Animators pour their sweat, blood, and soul into the opening because it's the first thing you'll be seeing in each episode. In the opening of season 1, you just see epic punch after epic punch. It's really high quality stuff. I recommend you see it if you haven't seen it already. In the opening of season 2, you don't see any of that. No face breaking into splatters or any kind of shatters from any kind of epic impact. In one scene, Saitama, aka the main character of the show, isn't even punching the monster. It's like he's just posing for it, but there's no real impact. Another easy comparison when you're looking at season 1 and season 2 are the muscles. Season 1 opening has, manly, brawny, hitman look type muscles, while season 2's opening doesn't understand muscle anatomy in the least bit. So here's the lowdown on why One Punch Man Season 2 animation devolved even though 3.5 years had passed. The director of the show for Season 1, Shingo Natsumi, has a lot of talented people. He asked these guys to work on the show with him basically, and the show became a banger. So what exactly happened with Season 2? Well, Shingo Natsumi and his crew left. So essentially the show got gutted out of all of the talent that made Season 1 so special. Right now they're skipping out on the action for Saitama, so expect to only see blurs, effects, lame comedy punches, and things of that nature. For One Punch Man fans, we can only pray to the animator gods that they give us at least one epic fight with Saitama that will be anywhere near as golly as literally any fight scene in Season 1. Or you can just watch the rest expecting to be disappointed that, Season 2 animation won't ever be as good as Season 1. Personally, if you haven't watched One Punch Man Season 1, I highly recommend you jump on that. It's a pretty fun experience both visually and story-wise. In other anime news, do you guys know the dude who voices Broly and Full Metal Alchemist and, other popular anime characters? Well, Funimation could be under fire now that voice actor Vic Mignogna, is it Mignogna or Mignogna? I don't know how to say this guy's last name. But regardless, Vic fires back with a lawsuit after accusations of a sexual harassment surfaced online a few months back. Vic had reports surfaced on Twitter a few months ago regarding his behavior at conventions, which resulted into many claims of sexual harassments from fans. Accusations should never be taken as proof, which is why the topic has been persistent since it surfaced. The sheer amount of accusations that have surfaced made it nearly impossible for fans to determine who was in the right or who was in the wrong. This in turn caused a huge divide in certain communities, one being the Dragon Ball community. A hashtag began with the rotation with the phrase #KickVic, often followed by reports of sexual harassment to the point where even Monica Ryle, who voices Bulma in Dragon Ball Super, spoke out and said, "You want the truth? It happened to me. I had hoped it wouldn't come to this, but here we are." The tweet, sent out February 6, 2019, sparked a huge divide between communities, causing another hashtag with the phrase "I stand with Vic" to surface, showing that fans of him supported him against accusations which weren't proved. Since then, the discussion has died down until, according to public court documents, Vic filed a lawsuit claiming defamation, among other charges, against Funimation and other voice actors, one of which was Monica Ryle herself. The document states that he is suing for interference in other work contracts and that the charges made towards him are false. This is because due to the entire accusations, Funimation has cut off all ties with the voice actor, leaving his reputation extremely blemished. Vic is aiming to get around upwards to $1 million for the case. As the lawsuit reads, the subject matter's controversy is within the jurisdictional limits of the court. Plaintiff seeks monetary relief of $1 million. The total could be much higher than $1 million, but that is not currently open to the public. Time will only tell how the lawsuit goes. Vic went on Twitter on the 21st of January 2019 and sent a screenshot of a message defending himself and denying the claims that were put against him, not only acknowledging them, but fighting against them for the first time on social media as well. Anyway, that's the gist of what went down, but you'll see this has become a common trend in a lot of communities outside of just, the gaming communities, which we've seen on this series, recently. Really sucks for everyone involved, and I hope the truth and justice prevails for whichever party is, telling the truth.
I reach out to the truth.
And finally, last but not least, that's right, somebody threw a goddamn crab at Hungrybox at Pound. For those of you who are not in the know, Pound 2019 was a tournament that happened just this weekend that included both Super Smash Bros. Melee and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Hungrybox, aka the #1 player in the world, won by beating Grand Finals Mango, whom was clearly everyone's crowd favorite at the time. It's been a while since we've seen Mango that healthy when it comes to placements, and most people just want to see Hungrybox lose, so there's a double whammy there. However, after Hungrybox won, moments later, someone threw a crab from the spectator seats. I know what you're thinking, okay? First of all, where did he get the crab? Were they serving crabs at the venue? How long was the crab being held before it was tossed? Was there Old Bay seasoning on it? Was this a premeditated crab toss, or was this a spontaneous crab toss? I know, so many questions, not enough answers. The crustacean throwing perpetrator was immediately tossed and banned out of the venue. Obviously, Twitter had a blast with its publicity stunt. However, for the most part, everyone came to Hungrybox's aid and began claiming that the crab tossing should not be tolerated and that the perpetrator should be banned from tournaments. This in turn started a new flame where several members of the community said the same energy for banning this crab thrower should be used for banning sexual assault predators, spinning this entire issue into, well, something else. And that's the gist of what went down yesterday. In my opinion, first of all, I agree that the dude should be banned. No one got hurt, but throwing anything at anyone is an act that should never be tolerated. It should be punished harshly, in my opinion. Otherwise, it might set a precedent for people in the future to do dumb shit like that.
Who throws this crab?
The fact that the guy in question was seen throwing the crab makes it, pretty easy enough to identify the culprit and deal swift justice. In terms of correlation with bringing that same energy towards potential predators within the community, in my opinion, and I'll be frank, those are two very separate issues. We're not going to be out here outrage banning people based off just straight up allegations or Twitter screenshots without a due process. That same energy literally cannot be transferred over. Now, if we saw some dude out here slapping a chick's butt and everyone saw it in the moment, best believe his ass would be tossed and banned for life. Same energy, no problem. But you can't just... It's a slippery slope to take a person's actions in one scenario and ask why they don't apply it to another more important one, especially when both situations are to be handled differently. Anyway, that's all I have for this episode of Laid On, and you've just been laid. Moral of the story, don't commit sexual harassment and don't throw crabs at people, okay? It's common sense, people. I still can't believe it actually happened, but I can imagine how disrespected Hungrybox felt after winning a 1,000-man tournament just to get hit with a goddamn crustacean. Damn. Super uncool. Let me know what you guys think about the situation in the comments below. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. Hopefully we'll have some more news to drop on you guys before the end of the week. So yeah, I love you guys. I'm just gonna get out because I can't imagine what the comments are gonna look like after this whole crab fiasco. I just still can't believe it happened, but it did. So I'm just gonna run from it now. I love you guys. Have an awesome day.